So yes, it's Thursday, and we are going to go out with a bang today. It might be a little bit longer. You know how I like to take you guys and keep you for a while. So this is a really quick project, but there's a lot of moving components to it. So I hope you guys are ready to learn today. So Lori, the Constellation pack comes with 4 design stamps. Oh, I'm good, Rona, thank you. Little tooth problem, I'm all better. Hi, Rosemary. So this Constellation pack has 4 stamps, comes with a sticker guide full of constellations. So before I just keep on going on about how much I love this product, let me bring you over to my bench and we're gonna go through the pack. You could also get refills, and Jen put that link on there too. So I know, Lori, oh my God, right? I mean, so if you bought your Constellation kit and you've run out of sticker guides, we have a pack. We have an additional refills for your Constellation book. So I'm gonna walk you through all of that now, and I'm gonna bring you over. So let me take you off this tripod and move you over. Okay, let's see where I put my tripod. Here we go. Okay. All right, so I know I have quite the mess on my blocks because I pulled out so much stuff for you guys to see. So let's get started. I'm gonna move over here. Yes, Alicia, you could definitely place an order for that. Let's see. So the kit includes 4 different constellation stamps. And now, guys, if you have the crystal setter, this just goes so well with it. So well with it. So I'm gonna just take my stamps out of my little baggie. Okay. Move this down a little bit. Okay, guys. So in this Constellation kit comes a sticker book of 12 constellation stickers, and I'm going to go over those. They come in 3 sizes, but along with that kit comes 4 different stamps, okay? So I'm just going to give you a little demo of the stamps themselves, and then you'll understand how they go together. So you have 2 different size dots. Okay, then we have a star. Okay, and then we have a crown. So these are the 4 design stamps that come with that pack. And when you put a crystal, you could set a crystal right inside of that crown and it looks phenomenal. Okay, so these are the impressions of the 4 stamps that come with it. And now I am going to pull you guys back a little bit because I'm going to walk you through the sticker book. Okay, so this is the Zodiac Constellation sticker guide. Like I said, you have a small dot. I know that's a little blurry with my finger there, so I'm gonna not point at it. You have a 0.45 millimeter dot, small dot stamp, a 0.75 millimeter larger stamp, a glimmer, and a starburst, or as I call it, a crown. Okay, so with that being said, here are your really simple directions. And you know, like our mandala clear sticker guides, there is a book of clear sticker guides. Okay, now you have let's see, one. You have 2 sheets of every zodiac constellation. So you have 2 Capricorn, 2 Aquarius, and you have them in 3 different sizes, okay? So you go from your smallest disc to your largest disc. Okay? Yes, Kimberly, it is really important to have those in the sticker guides, the directions. I know, this kit is fantastic. So, and it works as a walkthrough. So you know you have a small disc. When you have a small disc, your 2/3, it's just easier to do simple dots. Then you move up to the larger dot and the glimmer, and then you can move up to the crown. But you could always use that crown in any of these stickers. Okay? These are just simply patterns. So it's the entire book. Ooh, well, I used that one. Of different constellations. All right. So that is, let's see. So what this is offering for is, it's saying here that you have a 3/4, an inch, and an 1.25 inches or larger. You could go as small as the inside of a bezel. Okay, depending on what constellation you want to use. All right. So I'm going to show you how to obviously use one of your constellation stickers. Okay. And we're going to use a bezel and put that right on our medallion bracelet. And I'm going to show you how to bend it. So this is going to be step-by-step project today. So let's open up. Tina wants all the stamps and supplies. Budget. Budget, what's a budget? So I am opening up a pack of medallion bracelets. Okay. If I could get it open today. Angie, you bought 2 more of these packs? All right. So here, guys, are the medallion bracelets. Okay, and they are 12 gauge and they're super nice and thick. I love them. They're one of my favorite products. Okay, and before we start, I'm just going to work on my bracelet a little bit. I like this look textured, so I'm just going to peel off that coating in the back. Okay. And I am going to use my ball peen hammer in my multifunction hammer. I'm going to use my ball peen head, and I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to give it a nice ball peen texture to it. Now, when I bend this bracelet, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. This bracelet only comes in 6-inch, Alicia. Okay, I'm going to turn that around. Just ball peen to the end of it, just because I don't want to take, I want to go really simple with my texture on both sides, because I really want the entire focus to be on my center plate. Okay, so, oh, you're welcome, Sheila. So I textured both sides of my bracelet. Okay, with that ball peen head that I love so much. So I am going to just set it aside for now. Okay, and I'm going to come in with my bezel. Now, I don't want to use it as a charm. I want to use it as a plate. Okay, so I'm going to take my ImpressArt flush cutters, and I'm just going to give this a little nip. Okay. Just a little snip. Okay. And now I'm left with a little sharp surface. I could go a little bit lower with my flush cutters, but I'm going to take my coarse side of my block. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Ramona. Hi, Terry. And I'm going to just give it a couple of hits and knock that down a little bit. Look at that. Look at that, my creative friends. Nice and smooth. Okay? And then I'm just going to take my fine, and I'm just going to give it a couple of hits. Okay? Just to dust some of that off. And you could see how perfect, and it's not sharp. I can't even feel that it was there. Okay. So I am now going to come in with my centered disc. And Jen will post these bezels, a link for these bezels. Mine are stuck together. Okay, so I'll use this one. Make sure, guys, when you're sanding and you're clipping, always make sure to clean off your block, because you definitely don't want anything to be stuck on the opposite side of your metal. So I'm going to push this down a little bit, and I'm going to set my nice bezel aside. And I am going to take a sticker out of my book. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go with Aries. Okay, let me pull this up a little bit just to show you. So I'm going to go with my smaller sticker. But just because I'm going with my smaller sticker doesn't mean I can't incorporate my glimmer and my starburst. Okay, I'm going to pull this one off. Okay, and now they're clear just like the mandala stickers, guys. I'm going to take this, and you could see, guys, that you can move it around and decide and design it to the way you like it. So this obviously has a circle on the top. So if you were using a blank that already had the hole in it, you would just line up your circumference of your blank with your blue line, and it has your cross patterns on it. But I want it on the disc just like this. That's the beauty of these stickers. You can move things around. Okay? And the reason why I offsetted it a little bit is because I really want to set a stone right here on that second dot. Okay? And I'm just going to, you could secure it to the block. Sometimes it works. I have a lot of cream on my hands today because my hands are very dry, and I think I got a lot of it on my block. So if you're having that problem, just take a little bit of your stamp tape and just literally fix it there. Like I said, I have a lot of oils and cream that I shouldn't really have on my hands when I'm stamping, but I put some on this morning, and I think I got it just everywhere. So I'm going to work with my smallest dot, okay? And if you notice, they're ground on each side, okay? So it makes it easier for you to line up your dots, and they are very deep stamps. So when you're working on a soft metal, you want to not be so aggressive with it, because I will show you if you're really going to whack it, you're going to get a really big divot. You don't want that. You want it really nice and soft. Okay, really nice and soft. Let me get that size of that for you. So yeah, Jen should have it because on my, so when you pull up these circles and bezels on the ImpressArt page, you're going to see the bezel and then the 5/8 insert. Okay, so that's 18 gauge, 24 pieces, and there'll come up round frame insert alchemy. So that's what these are. Okay, and Jen just let me know that they're 5/8. You don't have to use the protective stamp if you just want to. It's really personal preference. It's nice to follow the pattern. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to come in with my dot. I'm going to give it a nice tip, and of course I'm off because I have a camera in front of me. Let me see if I could come down a little bit more with my seat. Okay. I'm just going to give nice, light, even taps. All right, so I have my dots. Now what I want to do is I definitely want to put one of the crowns over it. So I definitely want to go back and go right around my dot. Okay, now we'll work on a bigger one. I'll show you how to do a bigger one with utilizing all the stamps. But for this project, okay, you're only really using your small dots and your crown. Then I'm going to pull off my sticker. Okay. And right in the center of my crown, I'm going to come in with my crystal setter. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Allison. So I'm going to come in with my crystal setter. Okay, just like that. I'm just going to flip it over a little bit and give it a couple of taps with my nylon head just to flatten it out. Okay, it's really important, guys, that when you are using the bezels, that you have a flat back, that it's not concave. So it's really important that you hit that and make it nice and flat so it sits in your bezel evenly, okay? So when I do that, I'm gonna come in with my enamel marker. And I'm going to color in my impressions. And I'm going to take a regular household paper towel. Nice and dry, okay? And I'm just going to dab it and lightly wipe. I'm going to come back in because I missed some enamel. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to come in with my glue and one of my crystals. And I know we've talked about this before. I am not a big fan of color on anything. I'm very gray Well, actually, that's a fib. I am very partial to turquoise, but blacks and grays and browns are my favorite. So I'm going to go with a diamond in that. And I'm going to take my GS Hypo, and I'm going to wait for it to, there we go, have a ball of glue on the end of it. I'm not going to squeeze. I'm going to take my applicator with my glue. I'm going to insert my glue with my applicator tip. I'm going to, again, clean off my glue tip, because if not, it'll be a mess. I'm gonna take my crystal with my tweezers. I'm gonna put it right inside. So here is my Aries constellation. Okay. Then I'm going to take my bezel, and I'm going to start with the center. I'm going to do one dot in the center, okay, and 4 smaller. Now remember, guys, you want to make sure that your glue dries, okay? I want to say that I always wait to ship my pieces or give my pieces as gifts a good 24 hours before I give it to dry, okay? So yeah, isn't that gorgeous with that crystal? So now, to our bracelets. I'm going to pull this up a little bit, okay? So when we bend a bracelet, we curve the entire bracelet, right? Yes. So, Rosemary, there are 12 different colors of crystals, and they come with, the crystal set comes with 3 setters and your crystals to go along with your setter. So the bezels, Alicia, come in brass, silver, brass, and copper, and they are so pretty. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to put my bracelet in my channel. Use the thumb of my hand, my thumb finger, I'm going to firmly place it against it. Take the palm of my hand. Let me bring this back a little bit more so you guys can actually see. Okay, thumb firmly planted on my bracelet and my bar. Using the palm of my hand, I'm going to bring this over. Now, I'm not going to go all the way over. I am just going to come over like that. I'm going to leave my medallion flat. Okay, then I'm going to go same on the other side. My thumb firmly placed against it. Take the palm of my hand, bring it over, okay? And here is my bracelet. Now, guys, I personally like a rounded end. So I'm going to come in with my bracelet bending plier, just like that, and I'm going to squeeze. And this is going to form my bracelet. Okay, and again, I am not touching, I'm not bending my flat plate. Okay, so I have a nice and oval shaped bracelet. Okay, just like that. Then what I'm going to do, so there's different, to process this bracelet, because you want to make sure that your bezel is dry, okay, to attach it to the top of your medallion. You want to make sure your bezel is dry before you attach your bezel to the top of your medallion bracelet. Now, if you're having, this is how I usually do it. I usually get a small box, okay, and I fill it with rice, and I place my bracelet in it. Because when you have a box and you fill it with rice, let's say it's a 4x4 box, you fill it with rice, you could put your bracelet inside of it upright so it stays just like that, okay? Then what I do is I take my glue, okay? I put a dot in the center, bigger dot in the center, and small dots on each side, just like that, okay? Again, I clean my glue off, put my applicator back in, then I take my bezel, once it's dry, and I put that right on top and center it, okay? So when it's dry, that is the look of the bracelet that you get, okay? Yes, Lynn, the rice is a great idea. I cannot take credit for it. I actually watched it years ago from a professor that I had. So you can, Kimberly, you can rough up the surface to better adhere. You don't have to. It stays the same, both with rough, believe it or not, or polished, okay? So yes, if you put it in the rice, it'll dry nicely. So this is the look of the bracelet. I don't want to play with it too much because it will fall off because it is not dry. Yes, Maureen, you could use beans. You could use coffee beans, any kind of dry bean you have in the house. I'm trying to think. I mean, I wouldn't use sand, but I've seen people use sand. What's nice about this also, my friends, is that you could, if you're giving it as a gift, you could actually stamp a message in the back, more like a to and a from, or wear with love, or, you know, to whoever you're gifting it to. So that's a really nice addition to this kind of bracelet. You could add names to it. You could add names here with Stargazer, you know, which look really nice. I believe there is a few. If you go on ImpressArt, we have the inspiration page that has one of these with a tutorial on it. Okay, so that's how you could add a crystal to it. Styrofoam, Camille, this is why I love you guys. So Camille says styrofoam. That's good also, and it's also secure, correct? All right, so now I'm gonna pull out a larger disc, and we're gonna have some fun with that. And I'm gonna show you how to use the bigger stickers. We're gonna work with, let's see, is this big enough? Let's see our stickers. Let's see. I think that might be too big. Let's see what I have. Let's see what I have. Here we go. It's very dainty. Camille is clumsy. You know what, Camille? So am I. So am I. So I am going to look. Let's see. I think I want a bigger disc, actually. I think I'm going to use an oval. I'm going to use an oval. And I am pulling out Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. And I'm going to place it where I want it on my disc. Does everybody see that? So you don't have to only use your circles, guys. You could use your ovals too. I love this. This looks just so pretty on a longer necklace. What's nice about this is, like, you know, I would do my constellation and then maybe a littler constellation of my daughter's birth month. How cute would that be? On a really nice long chain. You know, just as a little accent when you're running out to the store. Who doesn't go food shopping in a bunch of jewels? I do. More chains, the better. So I'm just going to secure that to my block. So I'm going to show you guys how to use all of the design stamps. All right, so I'm going to come in first. There's no right or wrong way of what you need to use first. I'm going to come in with my crown. And I like to give that a nice rounded tilt and tap just so I get nice and even lines through my sticker. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with, tell me I already lost a stamp. Oh, it's right here. Okay. I'm going to come in with my stars. And I am going to give it a nice hit. Okay. And then I'm going to use my tiny dots, my smaller dots. I am going to invent a tripod that somehow doesn't have to be in front of me when I'm stamping. You know, when I'm in the studio, I have all, first off, really talented coworkers who make this magic happen. When I'm home, it's me and my tech support 10-year-old. So now you see that I left that one dot. That one dot is the larger dot out of the pack. Okay. So I'm going to come in with the larger. Yes, Terry, I'm telling you, I was so excited when they called me. They're like, they're in. I'm like, this is perfect. Perfect addition. So how nice is that, guys? So remember that all of these 4 design stamps come with the pack. Actually, they come right on top of it in your package. I wish I had a packaged one to show you guys what they look like. But Jen will put a link to this in the comments. She already did, but... All right, so it comes with the crown. So now I'm going to take my crystal setter that I just had in my hand, and where did I put it? Here we go. So I'm going to use a bigger crystal. Okay, so the first time I used the 1.8, this is the 2.5 that I'm using now in here. So it's going to give it a little bit more bling. All right, there's my nice and big divot, and I'm going to pull off my guide. Let me move this over for you guys could see. Okay. And remember, I said it like gives a little, anytime you use a softer metal, you want to make sure that you have your nylon head hammer handy just to give it a couple of taps. Okay, just like that. Alicia, you telling me to use a blue crystal? So guys, when you're setting your crystals, make sure, you know, you have remnant sticker in there. Just make sure that you pull that out. Okay, does everybody see that? You want to pull that out because you definitely want your sticker to stay in that divot. Okay, and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to feel in the impression of my crown to see if I could get it in the same place, because I kind of want to just give it a couple of more taps. All right, so I have my impression all around that. Rosemary, yes. Rosemary. I always say Rosemary. I have a cousin, Rosemary. But yes, Rosemary. It comes in the dots and the crown and the glimmer all come with the stickers. Okay? So then I'm going to come in and I'm just going to mark my center here. I'm going to take my screwed down hole punch. I'm going to line it up to my dot. Sure, Cynthia, no problem. Okay, so with this one, I like the black, but before I talk, let me see if I have I'm going to mix my black and my silver enamel, okay? Angie, we're working on it. We're working on the refills probably in the next month or so. So I'm going to color that in. Using just a dry household paper towel. I always like to make my paper towel have a point and just clean out where I'm putting my GS Hypo. I'm using the dots on this piece that come in the Constellation Kit. The Constellation Kit comes with the crown, a large dot, a smaller dot, and a glimmer star, okay? The small dot is a 0.45, which is this right here, guys. The larger dot is 0.75 millimeters. Then we have a glimmer star and the crown. That's what comes with the Zodiac sticker guides, okay? Once you've used all your guides in this book, we have refill books, but the refill books don't come with the 4 stamps, and you cannot buy the stamps separately. Okay, so I use my black. Then I'm going to come in with my silver enamel. Okay, guys? only because I don't want it so stark. And I just want to mix it. I'm going to kind of mix it in there to do more of like a antiqued black gray. And I'm not going to let it dry. I'm going to wipe it out so that black still comes through and it just has the right amount of shimmer to it. Do you guys see that? So it's more of an antiqued liver of sulfur look. Okay. So I'm just going to blow on it a little bit. I'm going to take my buffing block and I just want to polish it up a little bit. You need another, thank you, Rona, for making me laugh. Rona needs another stimulus check. Oh, so you could buy all things ImpressArt. I get it, girl. So I'm just polishing it up just a little bit to give it that shine. Let's give some love to Ashley and Jen today for doing such a great job keeping up with all the questions that you guys have. There it is, Natasha. There it is. Boom, there it is. Just like that. I was so excited when Jen called me and told me they were back in. How pretty is that, guys? I love the black and silver. You know, sometimes the black is just too dark for me on certain pieces. I just love, love, love. Oh my God, I called her Ashley. It's Allie. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I just love how, you know, I mix both colors. Allie, oh my God, Ashley. Sorry, Allie. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's my toothache talking. I apologize. So yes, mixing both of those markers leave like a really nice like patina effect, I think. You know, a lot like your sterling silver. When you use like a liver of sulfur, when you mix that black and silver, it just looks great. Sorry, Allie. Yes, you should mix. You should mix the black and the silver. Okay, so we said amethyst, right, guys? Are we doing amethyst in this? So I am going to take my bead of glue, right, with my applicator. I'm going to place it. Remember, guys, to take make sure to take your sticker out of there. Oh, Angie, I know you know that I love turquoise. So turquoise markers, we will see. We have that patina green that I think looks turquoise blue. I'll show you how that shows up on this once I pull out my amethyst out of here. Okay, Rita, get with it today. Okay. There we go. So there we go. How pretty is that? Love it. Thank you. I do have a nice drawer of crystals. That would probably send anyone crazy. Yeah, to cipher, you know, to dig through that, but I like it like that. Turquoise chips would be great. Oh, now you guys are killing me. You're right. Turquoise chips would be great. All right. So, as promised, the green patina marker, which I always refer to as blue. Now, the trick with this one, guys, when you have light colors, you know, you have to probably do more than one coat. Let's even do one on copper. Terry wants me to share my crystals. There's no such thing as too many crystals. I'm just going to start this one. I'm going to do this one really quick on the copper so we could see what the blue looks like. Okay. I'll do my small ones first. Larger. Okay, so here it is on copper. I'm just going to polish this up a little bit because it's a little tarnished from being in my bin. Hi, Lori. Okay, so this is the green. All right, so I'm going to come back in here now. I'm going to give it a second coat. Do you see how I'm not taking any of the enamel off? I'm just letting it dry. Okay. No, it's just because I have the camera in front of me and it's hard to be over my block with my phone in front of me. That's why I'm just turning them. Yes, Sheila, you can dome these for a pendant. I'll dome the copper. No, Camille. What I did was when I was working with the bezels, when we were putting this program together, I made sure that I picked a bezel that even if it was overstamped and the metal spread, there was a little bit of room. Okay? So you would always be able to put that flush. I like that, Susie. I think I need one of those too. So I'm going to use my dry paper towel. And do you see, guys, how I just bunch it up? so it's kind of hard. Makes it stiff. And I use it just like very lightly, sort of as an eraser. But do you see with 2 coats? It's much darker with 2 coats. So remember, with your enamel marker, with your green that I always call blue, and Jen has to correct me, okay? Good luck with that, Allie, because, you know, I always call it blue, but it's a green marker. Okay. I know Camille, I don't know if it was Cynthia or Camille, wanted to know, like, would like it darker. So that's exactly how you get it darker. 2 coats, 2 coats. All right. So I'm going to come back in now with my copper. Going to give it another coat. Oh, Angie, that's smart. I'm going to come in. See, Cynthia, it does look blue, and I always call it blue. I always call it blue, but it looks bluer than green on the copper, I think. My personal opinion. Maybe I'm colorblind. Could be. Could be, could be. Yeah, so remember, 2 coats of the greenish blue. Yeah, Camille, you can't, listen, you know, I learned by doing. Sometimes I wipe in between, sometimes I don't. Lately, I'm on a kick where I don't wipe between coats. You know, for me, using the product all the time, it makes it easier for me to give you guys tips and tricks. No, Rosemary, they don't sell the Constellation Kit yet. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. So for my Sheila, I think Sheila was the one that asked to dome it. So I'm going to take my dapping block and move my block away. I'm going to flip it over. Actually, I'm not going to do E. I'm going to put my... I am going to put my hole in first because I always forget that. Come in. Now the bezels, guys, come in like a really pretty oval. I'll pull those out in a second to show you the variety. I think I have them all here because I'm a big fan of the bezels. Okay. Well, thank you, Ange. Thank you, Ange. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Camille. I love that you upped your stamping abilities, Angie. Yes, Carly, we will be. We will be. Okay, so I'm going to put it in there. I am going to place my punch in the center. I'm going to bring this back a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to give it a couple of nice hits. I'm going to pull it out and look at it. Look at that, guys. Look how pretty that is. Angie, I'm actually going in. They're going to probably contact you, customer service. I'm going in late this evening to drop off some samples of finished jewelry for the very creative Jeanette that I work with, who is phenomenal, to take pictures of. So I will drop off your one and only stamp left that ImpressArt has. So you're lucky I purchased one many years ago. So I have two. That was the only duplicate stamp that I have. So there, yes, Sheila, gorgeous, right? How nice is that? You know, now guys, and I know I spoke to you about this in the past, but do you remember I showed you those silhouette cutouts? Let me see if I have one. Let's see. Let me pull out the other bezels. Cart. So guys, they come in a really pretty square. This is how the gold, you know, you saw the gold already. I have, hold on a second. Let me look in my copper. Smaller square. And there is a larger circle that I don't have here. A little bit larger than what we used on the, a little larger than what we used on the bracelet. Okay, so it's this one too. And it's a little bit larger than that. So, which brings me to, I showed you guys this. Do you remember, I believe a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Okay. What you could do is constellation, dap it the reverse way, then dome. Let's do one really quick. You guys got time? I feel bad that I left you hanging yesterday. So we'll do a real simple one. We'll do Cancer. Terry, is your birthday soon? You can texture. You can texture. You can. I will show you that in a quick second. So I'm going to do this really quick. We're not going to color it in. And I'm just going to do all the same dots. Okay. And I'm going to do a crown instead. So I'm going a little rogue. So this is Cancer. Okay. Then I'm going to come in. Going to come in with my crown, right? Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come back in with my block. I'm going to make sure that this is facing up. I'm going to put my punch in the center. I'm going to dap it, okay? Then, I'm going to come in. Now, you could texture this moon. Look how beautiful that looks. No, Kathy. Nope. It takes us a while to really discontinue things. Yes, Alicia, it's the same dapping block for all the sizes. So when I picked the cavity of this, I made sure that it would dap all of our blanks. How pretty is that? How pretty would this look even nicely textured with that ball peen? Mm-hmm. And if you're really going to get fancy, you could take Stargazer, which is a 2.5 font, and you could definitely do Love You to the Moon and Back with the words on here if you're really going to get aggressive with it. Susie needs a bigger hiding box. I needed a bigger house. Thank God I just sold mine. So there we go, guys. How pretty is that? You know, I love it. I love it. So definitely the dapping block brings it to a whole nother level. How do I connect the items? Sure. So then I would take my, I'm just going to pull out any jump ring I have with me, guys, here right now, so I don't take up any more time. Whoops. So I'm going to use 2 chain nose pliers. Okay, you could use 2 chain nose. You could use a chain nose and a bent nose. I'm using a bent nose and a chain nose today because it's whatever I grabbed. I am going to put my jump ring right through my moon. And then I'm putting my dome disc. And now I'm taking my 2 pliers, guys, and I am laterally moving them back together, okay? You never want to pull them apart because you compromise your metal. So that's how you would put them together. Cynthia wants stocking. Oh, you guys are so funny. I'm so glad that I was feeling better today to join you guys. I missed you all yesterday. So this is definitely a thing. Now, someone asked me before if you can texture the outskirts of the bezel. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. So I am going to, where is my ball peen hammer? I'm going to take my ball peen. I'm not going to switch to another texture. And I am just going to place where I feel comfortable my fingers. Okay. Yes, Carly. So guys, wait, let's back up for a second because I know I went rogue with this one real quick. What you're going to have to do is you dap it first, then you're going to take your glue, get your dot, okay? You're going to place that right inside of your divot. Okay, then you're going to get your crystal. Just going to pull out any one that falls out. Oh, there we go. And place it right inside. Okay, so there's your 2.5, guys. There's your 1.8 size crystals. Let's see if you could see the difference. Yes, it will fit, Carly. Okay. So that's the size crystal difference. All right. Now, let's go back to, I had a question. Can you dap? You know what, Rosemary, it is that glue is a challenge. Just, you know, like I say, don't squeeze the glue because it will come out. You are very welcome, Carly. Camille, we have new colored crystals coming out soon. I can't let the cat out of the bag. I'm so bad at keeping secrets. Okay, so you can texture the outsides of your bezels slightly. Okay, it will make them a little flatter, but you can do it. The texturing on these bezels works much better if you want to texture them. Let me pull some out. I know I have them. It works much better on your softer metals. Do I have any? All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So texturing of your bezels. Works much nicer on your softer metals. Okay? Because it holds that impression much nicer. Because it's softer. So this is the alchemy that I'm working on. How pretty does that look? Okay, so it definitely looks nicer on the softer metals. When you're doing it on the brass and copper, it will flatten it a bit. But if you're happy with that look, that a thicker, you know. See, guys, what you're forgetting is I was a customer many, many years ago, just like you guys were. Took me a long time to build up my stockpile. All their moons are gone already? We need an alchemy sale. Okay. I'll keep all this stuff in mind, guys, when I'm picking out your next flash sale. The aluminum works just as well. This one's aluminum. I know I get a lot of questions. How do you tell the difference between the alchemy and the aluminum? The aluminum's lighter. The alchemy has a little bit of weight to it. Alchemy is a tin-based alloy, super similar to pewter. All right, guys? So I love alchemy. Okay? But your aluminum bezels hold that just as much. Hi, Katie from Tennessee. So Cynthia, you could get the moons in alchemy. And guys, what I wanted to show you today is actually, and I pulled it out. I pulled it out and then I forgot. So before we go, let me just, I know I saw them. Where are they? Where are they? Here they are. So guys, I know these get lost on the website. These come in brass and copper. They come in little crescent moons in brass and copper. How gorgeous are these? They're little tiny moon embellishments. We have them also in stars. And they look so nice to add to put some texture on these. And add them to any piece. Like how precious would that look? With something like that and a couple of crystals. Crystal beads. Or even these up a chain. So these are, yeah, how cool are these? These are little embellishments and they're sold in packs. Okay, and like I said, there's brass, there's copper, We have two kinds of moons. We have the regular blank moon. Then we have one that's a stamped moon, okay, crescent moon, and stars. Mini embellishments, guys, just as little charms. And you know, we have the little stars that we have, and I don't have any here, but the little stars actually, you could get on the moon. You could get your 2.5 fonts. Let's say you wanted to do mom. And we have little tiny stars that you could put the kids' initials on. Yes, you missed these. I will pick some up. I'll pick some up later on tonight so I could show you on Tuesday. So these just look so pretty. They add something. These look really even nice if you're doing a celestial necklace. And you're hanging it, you know, you could hang one of these from the back of your clasp, you know. So those are really, really great. So I'm going to turn you guys around. All right, put you back in here. So thank you guys for tuning in today. And again, I'm so sorry that I missed you guys yesterday, but we took care of that problem. That won't happen again. So thank you guys for tuning in. Yes, Shelly, texturing does cover mistakes. Your texture hammer, your multifunction hammer, like I've said before, it's always on my bench block. Always, always, always. So much inspiration. So thank you guys. Have an amazing Father's Day. Okay, and all you moms that, you know, work double duty and are dads too. Have an amazing weekend. Relax. Take a walk. Enjoy the fresh air. Craft. Stamp. Spend time with your loved ones. Or spend much needed time just relaxing alone. Because that's always fantastic. And I will see you guys on Tuesday with another live. Have a great week.